All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Maumee Valley Whiskey Society and a very special virtual blind flight night. Today starts round one of our Bottle and Bond March Madness bracket, and I'm super excited for it. Looks like we've got everybody with us. We got Josh and Jackie. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Ryan. We got Will.
Hello.
We got Alex joining us again. How you doing, man? Glad you could come to another one of these. Uh-oh. Alex, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now I can. You froze for a second.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. And we've got Jason and Andy, and we've got Paul, our barrel wizard, and Kevin over here, the coordinator of chaos, coming live from the Whiskey Lounge. How you guys doing? Oh, here, let me get I'll get you. Hang on. There you go. How are you guys? Oh, come on. There. Why isn't it unmuting? Oh, it won't let me unmute you because you muted yourself. All right. We'll come back to them. They'll figure it out. And Don, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
Awesome. All right. Well, for anyone who might not be familiar with how we do virtual blind flight nights around here, we'll go through real quick. We are going to taste through each one of these samples one at a time. There's going to be a 2-minute timer with some music. Then we're going to go around and give everyone an opportunity to give their first impressions on that pour. Once we've made it through the tasting of the 6, we will go back and run it the other way, do some side-by-sides, get everybody locked in with their rankings. And then I will take a tally of everyone's and get a group ranking, and then we'll reveal what we were drinking. And tonight, what we'll be moving on to the next round. So our Bottle and Bond bracket is going to have 3 rounds. The first 2 are qualifier rounds. The top 3 Bottle and Bond bourbons from each round are going to go to the finals. Determine what for 2024 the Maumee Valley Whiskey Society lists as the top Bottle and Bond bourbons. Now we got these 12, 6 tonight, 6 in the round 2. From I think Will, what do we have? 18 or 20 Bottle and Bond bourbons we listed.
I didn't look at the complete. Well, I looked at the complete list, but I didn't count. I just clicked on
it
the
was
one
18.
that sounded nice.
Yeah, I think it was 18. So we did a poll with the board of directors with 18 Bottle and Bond bourbons. The top 12 from that poll made it into this bracket. So without talking anymore, let's go ahead and get into the whiskey. Let's all pick up glass number 1, and I'll get our timer going. And in 2 minutes, we'll come back with everybody's first impression. All right. We are back from tasting glass number 1. We got a couple people watching. We got somebody on Facebook. Hey, whoever's watching on Facebook, throw your name in the chat. They said, "What's up to all?" But the name doesn't come through. So
It's Tyler Fargo.
Oh, it's Tyler. Hey, what's up, man? All right. So let's go around and see what everybody's first impressions were. Josh and Jackie, what'd you think about glass 1?
Oh no. I liked it. On the nose, I got like sweet tarts, maybe. And then on the taste, like more of like a dessert type sweet, maybe peanut butter. I liked it.
Okay. Josh, how about you?
So on the nose, I got a lot of caramel. Tasting it, I got like just peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms. Okay. All right. I can kind of get behind that a little bit. I was picking up this is actually my first pour of the day, surprisingly. It was coming across a little bit of like acetone notes on the nose for me for some reason, along with a lot of classic bourbon notes. Did get a little bit of that nuttiness that you were talking about. I didn't pick up power of suggestion, man. I'm telling you, I didn't pick up any like sweet tarts. There was a nondescript sweetness on the nose, and maybe that sweetness combined with that little bit of an acetone note, I can pick up a little bit like sweet tarts or something. But interesting. All right, Will, what did you think?
So on the nose, I got like slightly floral and fruity, and then like dairy caramel, which that's sweet. And then when Jackie said peanut butter, I just had to smile because I said honey roasted peanuts.
Yeah.
Toasted oats. It's really nice and sweet. The finish, there was nothing about this that was like punchy or offensive. It was just a long, evolving, warming, pleasant experience.
Nice, good. I just got a pop up. Looks like we got old Chris Webb watching with us. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Hope you're having a good night. All right, let's go to Alex. Alex, what did you think about glass 1?
I did get that caramel smell that everyone else seems like they're picking up on. But I wrote down this thing was bland and underwhelming to me. I didn't like it. It kind of just tastes flat. I don't know if my taste buds are off tonight, but it's just a little flat to me.
Yeah, I can see that too. I wasn't super thrilled with it. Like I said, I can still on the nose pick up a little bit. It's a little sharp, a little bit of that acetone kind of on the nose, and I can kind of get behind that too. All right, so let's go to the big table at the Whiskey Lounge. Let's start off with Kevin. Kevin, what did you think? And you guys are going to have to unmute yourself, and then I can control it after that.
Bringing that on. Nice and
Okay,
All right,
so
I'll be able to get it from now on.
okay, so I got like a honey on the nose, wood. I got the floral note, floral as well. My first sip, I got like orange peel, and I thought it was a little thin and underwhelming as well.
Okay, all right. Paul, what about you? What did you think?
I got a little bit of a pretty much an ethanol note right off the front. I got a corn note to it, like a huskiness. I hate to say it, kind of like as Kevin hates his mellow corn, that kind of that huskiness. I got caramel on it, but then when Jackie said M&M peanut M&Ms, it was like I was smelling it at the time, and it hit me like a 10-ton brick.
Mm-hmm.
It's very thin on the palate, really not a whole lot of flavor on the palate, and then the finish is just short.
Okay, all right, interesting. Jay, what about you?
Kind of the same thing. I think at the end was just kind of looking for more. Left me kind of burned and then just was gone. So not my favorite.
All right, Andy, how about you? What did you think about glass 1?
I'm with the last two there. Really, really alcoholic on the ethanol, and the smell and taste, and not a strong finish.
Okay, all right. John, what did you feel about glass 1?
I didn't hate this one actually. Didn't blow me away though. But for the nose, I had a creamy fruitiness with a hint of cinnamon. But then it got to the palate, and it was just mostly just caramel for me, a little bit of oak, and that cinnamon kind of carried over, had a little bite to it. And then while it had nice legs in the glass, it just didn't feel like it coated my tongue very well. It didn't last for super long. So, yeah, I didn't hate it, but yeah, maybe I wanted more out of it.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme. You know, what's interesting is, like I said, before we got into it in the intro, that we took 18 Bottle and Bond bourbons. We did a poll with the board of directors, and the top 12 made it into this contest. And so that means this is one of those 12. So it'll be interesting to see which one this is that was actually popular in the poll that made it into the round. So cool. All right. Well, hopefully we get better from here on. All right. Let's all go to glass 2. I'll pull up our timer. We'll spend a couple minutes with glass 2 and come back with your first impressions. Cheers. All right, that was glass number 2. Let's go over brown the other way and see what you guys thought. Don, first impressions on glass 2.
I really like the way this one smelled. It had a very profound peanut note right off the rip. Maybe a little bit of candiness to it, like we were talking about the chocolate peanut candy for me. But when I went to the sip, I just wasn't really getting a lot out of it. So,
Okay.
not my favorite.
So I had the opposite reaction. On the nose, I wasn't really getting much. It was kind of letting me down. But then I tasted it, and I got a lot of like sugary candy sweetness. I got a little more of that nice coating mouthfeel that I was missing from the first glass.
Yeah.
With a little bit, not as much oak as I wanted, but a little bit of oak in there. And then I went back to the nose. Then I started picking up a little more of that. I guess I could find a little hint of nuttiness in there, but I was really just getting some like sugary candy sweetness, a little bit of viscosity, not as much as I want, but and some more. Of course, these all are Bottle and Bond 100 proof. So, all right, let's go to. Oh, it's not letting me unmute. Kevin, did you mute yourself again?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we don't, we got to mute ourselves.
Okay, I can. So you guys don't have to keep on getting up and down. I can just do it.
Okay.
So
Hey, we never did up or whatever in the last one, by the way.
what's that?
We never did our thumbs up or whatever in the last
Oh crap, we didn't. All right, we'll do that. We'll remind me after this one. That's right. That's okay. We'll do that. Andy, what did you think about glass 2?
Maybe put them on the spot.
I thought I had a honeysuckle initial smell to it, and very dry and kind of a medium-ish kind of finish.
Okay.
It kind of had a little sugar to it, but I didn't get a lot.
Okay. All right. Jay, how about you?
I had the honey smell off the front. Way less burn than the first one, so less of that ethanol alcohol feel to it. I like this one better than this one.
Okay. All right. Paul, what did you think about glass 2?
I got a honey note off the front of it, but then I kind of smelled it a few more times. And I kind of got like a fruity pebble note to it. And, you know, like cereal fruity pebbles, but it's very, very light.
Oh yeah, I can. Now that you mention it, I can kind of get that.
And then as soon as you got it on the palate, it was like a buttery cream. It had a nice, kind of a nicer coating. Not say viscous, but close to viscous. You know.
Yeah, a little better than the first one, right?
But nice buttery coating, you know, cream coating. And then I still find the finish just short, nothing there. It just like it's gone. However, I do like it better than glass 1.
Okay. All right, Kevin, how about you? What did you think about glass 2?
I'm the complete opposite of Don. I did not like the way this one smelled. I got like a cereal, like a honey smack or something, but then I got like a leather shoe, like an old dirty leather shoe.
Okay. All right.
Hey, some people like stinky feet.
You start to sound like Aaron from Stuff and Whiskey.
I'm going to do that, Will, as soon as I'm done talking. It tastes better than it smells. I got like a sweet note, like a Thompson grape. Yeah, I do like this one better than 1.
Okay. All right. And Alex, what did you think about glass 2?
This one was a lot better. Nice long aftertaste. It was a little warm. I got that fruit smell that everyone else seems like they're picking up on. It wasn't my favorite, but still better than 1, I think.
Okay. All right. And Will, how about you? What did you think?
So first notes on the nose, I got like a light potpourri, dried leaves. It made me kind of think a little bit of fall and wormwood flavor. It was very sweet immediately, and I immediately felt like fruit snacks, like gummy, chewy fruit snacks. Finish was pretty flat and disappointing, but it definitely had a lingering clove at the end.
Yeah. Okay. And Josh, how about you? What did you think? Glass 2.
I got like a sweet tea smell, and then an oaky, bitter chocolate taste. I liked it.
Okay. Jackie?
I struggled a little bit more with this one. I couldn't quite figure out what I was getting. When Paul said the fruity pebbles, I can kind of get that a little bit on the nose. I didn't like this one as much. It wasn't bad, but no, not much to say about it.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So just like Kevin reminded me, we did not do our thumbs up for glass 1. So going back to glass 1, were we a thumbs up, sideways, or a down? Okay. All right. So that one was really mixed. And now glass 2 that we just went through, are we a thumbs up, sideways, or a down? Oh, wow. Okay. So still mixed, but all right. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll continue to get better here. So again, both of these coming in top 12 of the 18 we had listed. So very interesting. Can't wait to get to the end and find out which ones of these are in order. So now let's go ahead and pick up glass 3. We'll get our timer called up. We'll spend 2 minutes with glass 3 and come back with your first impressions. All right, we're back from trying glass 3. We're gonna go around and find out what you guys thought about it. Jackie, what did you think about glass 3?
On the nose, I got like caramel butteriness to it, maybe like a caramel corn. On the taste, I don't know, it just didn't have much to it to me.
Okay, interesting. All right, and Josh, what did you think?
On the nose, I got a little bit of sweetness, maybe a little bit of maple. Tasting it, I did not like it at all. I got a lot of ethanol. Probably my least favorite so far.
Wow, that is very interesting because I had the complete opposite reaction. I thought once I smelled and tasted, I'm like, okay, now we're into something here. So I think this is my favorite so far. Will, what did you think about glass 3?
So first reaction on the nose, it was a little bit musty. I cleared it out and then gave it another good smell, and it kind of reminded me of a honeydew melon. Flavor was butterscotch immediately, very sweet, slicking. And then there was kind of a little bit of the alcohol hit, but not a whole lot at all. I likened the flavor to the Bit-O honey candy. So a little bit of peanuts, a little bit of honey.
Mm-hmm.
Finish bright and sweet with a little bit of tingle on the tip of the tongue. I think this is my favorite of the 3 we've tried so far.
Okay, interesting. I think I'm on board with you on that one. Don, what did you think about glass 3?
Yeah, I think I'm with you guys. This might be my favorite of the 3 so far. It was definitely my most favorite nose. It was very sweet at first, and it was almost a little bit too pungent. It was almost perfumey. But then after sipping it and going back through it, the palate for me was kind of bland. Had just the traditional like caramel oakiness to it, but then as I went back to the nose, it transformed from like the floralness to more of a candy sweet, and then that kind of transferred back to the palate, and it was just like a creamy sweetness to it. I like this one.
Okay, awesome. And Alex, what did you think about glass 3?
I like this one. I got a little more oak taste out of it, so it leads me to believe it's maybe aged a little bit longer. It had great aftertaste. I'm impressed with this one. It's better than the first 2.
Okay, all right. And Kevin, what did you think about glass 3?
I really liked this one. I got like a powdered sugar on the nose, and then on the finish, it was like a yellow apple. After that, I just kind of enjoyed it and didn't really get any more notes out of that because I just really enjoyed it.
Okay, great. Paul, how about you? Glass 3.
Pretty simple in all reality. I get a sugary note on it on the nose, but then in the distance on the nose, I get a very faint anise smell to it, or licorice, however you want to look at it. Yeah. Very faint. I get on the palate, I get like a yellow apple, and a black pepper note towards the back. And then finish is actually a lot longer. I actually like it. It's simple.
All right. Jay, what did you think about glass 3?
Kind of the same. I compared it to like a sugar cookie on the nose. This one definitely was my favorite one so far. Definitely had more flavor, had a little bit of burn to it, but nothing overwhelming like the first one. But this one so far is my favorite one.
Okay. And Andy, how about you?
This one made me think of walking out of Bass Pro to the roasted almond stand.
Okay.
Start to finish, flavor, everything, and I want a bottle of it now.
All right. Okay, we'll keep that in mind when we get to the reveal. All right. Well, what did we think? Thumbs up, sideways, or down from the group on that? Whoa, 2 thumbs up. Whoa, okay. All right. So now
Switch or something? I don't know.
Hey, everybody's preferences are different. All right, so we've made it through the first 3 samples. We're going to take a break, take a quick minute, just like we always do in these, get some water, clear out our palates. We're going to talk about some Whiskey Society stuff coming up. The Jack Daniel's single barrel pick sales have been going really well. Everybody's been doing great, helping support the group. If anybody doesn't have any yet, or if you ordered some and you thought, you know what, maybe I might want another one, that link is still live for our barrel pick. We're anticipating mid-month, either Hard Truth or Middle West to drop on sharedpour.com. And then next month, middle of the month, will be whichever one doesn't drop this month. So next 2 months, we've got Middle West and Hard Truth coming out. Super excited about those. We've been waiting a while for both of those. That's going to be pretty exciting. We've got the end of the month. We're got a group going down to Louisville for Pursuit Spirits, do a barrel pick there. We anticipate that kind of end of spring, early summertime. And we got a couple more barrel picks coming up, which is really exciting. Don, Will, do either of you got any updates or comments about the group?
Not really. I mean, I put the newsletter out. Hopefully you guys all got a chance to see it. I'm going to put a post out here, Kevin, either tonight when I get done or tomorrow. We're doing game night next Saturday, I think. I'm going to put together a little one-off D&D campaign if anyone's interested. But yeah, check out the event page and stay tuned for good things to come.
I need to check my calendar right now.
I said D&D.
Joe, we all know you don't have a free second.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be back down in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back down in Tennessee.
And
we'll get you out there one of
obviously,
these nights.
The Saturday following that is round 2 of this fantastic championship.
Yeah. Yep. What's the date on that, Will? The 16th?
16th?
Yep.
Yeah, so Saturday the 16th. So when do we anticipate the ticket sales for that round to go up?
They go live at noon on the 8th.
Noon on the 8th.
We will get the link posted to the event at that point.
Awesome. So everybody mark your calendars, noon on the 8th. There are limited spots to sign up for this. So if you want to participate in round 2, make sure you plan on that. All right. Well, let's go ahead and pick up glass 4, and I'll get our music queued up, and we'll see you in 2 minutes for your first impressions. All right, and that is glass 4. Let's go back around and see what you guys thought. Andy, what did you think about glass 4?
I love you putting them out of
I got an initial ethanol set right out of it. Kind of got a little bit of a bitter taste and no finish. It was very dry and not a
Wow.
fan of 4. Can we switch
Okay.
back to me again?
All right. Well, Jay, what did you think about glass 4?
Kind of the same thing. I got like a butterscotch at first, and then like that alcohol took over. A little bit of vanilla. I think this was better than 1 and 2, but not 3.
Okay. Paul, how about you? What did you feel about glass 4?
Not impressed. Caramel and vanilla on the nose. I don't know what I'm getting on the palate yet. And it's very dry finish and very short.
It is dry.
I don't know. I can't pick nothing up on the palate. It's just whiskey.
Okay.
Maybe more like just like oak. That's about it.
This is the Bickle.
And Kevin, what did you think?
I had a hard time picking up a note, but I definitely got vanilla. And then it carried over into my tasting. I got like a vanilla cake.
I think he means vanillin.
What's that? I didn't hear you.
I said, I think you mean vanillin.
I didn't know what that is. But yeah, my first sip was red fruit, and then it switched to vanilla cake or vanillin or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just,
All right. Well, that's very interesting because I had the complete opposite reaction. As soon as I smelled it, I'm like, okay, now we're getting into something. And then I tried it, and I just picked up a lot of different fruit flavors. Maybe where you guys found it drying, I found a really nice oak. A lot of oak to it that I really liked. It seemed to have a nice depth to it, at least for me. So I very much enjoyed this one. But Alex, what did you think about it?
This thing tasted like the wafer at a Catholic communion to me. It was just, I got nothing. I got no scent, no taste, no nothing off this thing. It was worse than 1 to me.
Wow. Okay. All right. Don, keep it going, man. Let's see what you thought.
I actually really liked this one. I thought this was kind of the most complex. I got a dusty sweet funk was the first thing I wrote down on the nose.
Oh yeah.
It was just kind of different. And on the back end of the nose, I wrote down, and I realized I don't know how to spell it, black licorice, kind of, just a little bit of it. And then that funk kind of carried over, almost like a maltiness to it, but it wasn't super smoky. And then, yeah, I wrote oak. But I like this one, actually.
Yeah, so I'm on board with you. And actually, the way you explained it with a lot of complexity and that like dusty funky, because there is a certain funkiness that vintage whiskey has that this isn't the same, because I mean there's not any vintage whiskey in this plate. But it does kind of take you along that same path as that dusty funk does. And I thought I enjoyed that complexity too. I could see where people are saying the finish isn't as long.
Right.
But I think, see me, I can give a whiskey a pass on that if you're giving me some complexity on the palate. So, all right. Well, at least one person is kind of on the same page with me. Let's go to Will. I'm afraid to ask you what you thought about this one.
First note on the nose: fruit cocktail and whipped cream.
Oh,
I was pleasantly surprised with the nose.
oh,
And then
wow.
I tasted it.
Oh,
And it was corn husks and walnut oil wood polish and a fake berry taste.
really?
Oh, yeah. Finish, medium in length, low in intensity, and cloyingly floral. I had to eat some of my tasteless wafers to clear it for my palate.
Wow. Well, see, Alex thought you could have just drank this and that would have been a tasteless wafer. That's all right. Okay, Josh, what did you think?
Yeah, this has been my favorite so far. Got a lot of oakiness on the smell. The taste, I got like that sweet caramel, older oakiness. Yeah, it's been my favorite.
Okay. So it's so far me, Don, and Josh out on an island. Okay. That's all right. That's okay. Jackie, what do you think?
I'm gonna join you guys on the island. I like this one too.
Perfect.
It's because you steal my notes. But.
No, I just I got the kind of like butterscotch, the vanilla, or we'll say vanillin. Whoever said vanilla cake, I could get that. Maybe some oak, and then also maybe a little bit of pepper in there a little bit, but definitely a lot going on in this one. I like it.
Yeah, that was Kevin. Kevin mentioned the vanilla cake. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was pretty complex. I think it sounded like Will thought it was complex. He just did not like the complexity it was given him.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this is going to be very divisive. Where are we at on this? Wow. Yeah, that's split. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have to keep track of that one. We're going to have to find out where that shakes out in the rankings. All right, let's go ahead and move on to glass 5. We'll get our countdown going here and see you back in 2 minutes. All right, and we're back from trying glass 5, and I don't know about you guys, but like right off the rip, I went to smell it. I'm like, all right, that's it. Call it. Wow, I was very impressed with 5. But Josh and Jackie, what did you guys think?
Go ahead.
On the nose, I got like a caramel apple candy, maybe. There was some other smell that I couldn't quite figure out, maybe like a floral smell, wasn't quite sure. And then for the taste, I got some fruit to start, but then it turned into like a spice at the end. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm definitely tracking you with the caramel, and it's like that gooey caramel just dripping that apple, like just like
I'm thinking like one of those soft candy chewy things that's caramel apple. Yeah.
Josh, what about you? What did you think?
Yeah, I really like this one. I got a lot of sweet oak on the smell, and then kind of like a dark chocolate on the taste, and that finish stays around for a while. For 100 proof,
yeah,
it's still kind of lingering there.
Yep.
Really like it.
Awesome. Okay, Will, what did you think about glass 5?
Well, glass 5, I started with a note of toasted malts and young oak on the nose. Flavor, it was kind of green coffee beans, custard, orange zest, cloves. There was obviously these are all 100 proof, but there seemed like there was a bit more viscosity on the tongue. It coated a little bit better, and the finish actually kind of got a little bit of a pleasant ethanol burn, and then it dried out in a really nice tannic way, like a good red wine.
Okay, all right. Seems positive so far. Don, how about you? What did you feel about Glass 5?
Yeah, I immediately liked this one. It was super vanilla up front, but as the more I smelt it, I actually wrote down orange creamsicle. I wrote sweet, and then as I kept smelling, I wrote young oak. And then when I went to sip on it on the palate, it was very creamy, had the citrus zest and the nice little caramel to it. I really like this one.
Okay, awesome. All right, real positive so far. Alex, how about you? What did you think about it?
Smell wise, I didn't care for it. I didn't really pick up a whole lot, but once I tasted it, I wrote down bourbon caramel cheesecake. I actually really like this one, so pretty good so far.
I got to go back to it on that note.
After you tasted it, did you go back to the nose and see if it was more pronounced for you?
I did, but I still didn't pick up a whole lot, so I was really relying on the taste on this one.
Okay. All right.
I
And
now need to make bourbon caramel cheesecake.
what's that?
I now need to make bourbon caramel cheesecake.
Oh, yes.
Second.
I'll taste test.
I second
All right.
that.
Kevin, what did you think about Glass 5?
Who'd you say?
Kevin, what did you think about it?
Oh, my first sip, I got a wet rose petal, like the floral. I actually, Jackie, whatever Jackie said, I agreed with. I got that spice at the end, the caramel. I got a creamy mouth coating. Yeah. So between Jackie and what Will said, that's exactly where I'm at too.
Okay. Paul, how about you? What did you think about Glass 5?
Yeah, not impressed, but all I get on the nose is pepper, spice, and an herbal.
Okay.
And it pretty much translated right to the palate, but with a little bit of caramel. And then the finish is just dry and woody. That's what I got.
Okay. All right. Jay, how about you? What did you think about Glass 5?
So I wrote down sweet wood, kind of like a sweet with the woody smell at first, and then it had a little bit of that kick like Will was talking about, and then to me, it finished kind of how it smelled. If something tastes like it smells, kind of at the end. I like this one. This one's given. I don't think it's as good as number 3, but maybe my second place right now.
Yeah, man, it's given the last two a run for their money for sure. Andy, what did you think?
I got an initial, like a cross between a toffee leather smell out of this one. A really, really good flavor. Real smooth, kind of like an oakish, kind of almost coconutty.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? Now that you say that,
The flavor stuck with me. A little spice on the finish, but it was not bad.
Hey, disclaimer, Andy's been drinking since noon, so.
hey, you know what though? Hey, he's
I do
primed,
get that. It's another power suggestion.
he's primed up for it because now he says that I can get a little bit like that Mounds bar, like a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah, like a Mounds bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know.
Awesome.
It sounds like.
Okay. So where are we across the board? This one might get 2 thumbs up for me. Okay. Awesome. All right. So pretty positive across the board there. All right. We have made it to our last glass. Let's go ahead and pick up glass 6. And I'll get our countdown going. We'll spend 2 minutes with that. Come back with your impressions. All right. That was our 6th and final glass. Let's go around and find out what you guys thought about it. Andy, what'd you think? Let's start with you, buddy. Glass 6. What'd you think?
Glass 6 is just a really sweet Jack Daniels.
Really? Okay.
I got out of it. A lot
All
of
right.
flavor.
Okay. So is that a positive thing for you or a negative thing?
Yeah, it's not a negative, but it wasn't that positive either.
Okay. All right. Jay, what did you think about glass 6?
I got the like sawdust on the smell. It reminded me of walking into like a carpenter shop. But not super strong. The flavor definitely was a lot more to it than the smell for me. And then it had a pretty decent coat. Not my favorite one, kind of middle of the pack, but yeah, not a bad drink. I mean, not my favorite, not terrible.
Yeah, I think I'm tracking right with you because as soon as I tried it, I'm like, okay, now we a bit, but I think it might be competing for 3rd place for me. It might be right in the middle there. Paul, what'd you think?
Just plain oaky on the nose. I'm getting that oakiness, a clove, and a little bit of a tobacco note on the back end of it, on the palate. And to me, it's just a medium finish. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. All right. Kevin, how about you? Glass 6.
My palate might be off tonight.
That's all right.
Those nights.
Yep.
I agree with our table. I got like barrel oak on the smell, and just kind of what everybody else said with the notes. I don't know if it's power of influence over here, but it just felt as mediocre. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It just was middle of the road.
Okay, so we were kind of tracking up with the pours there, and we've kind of come down the hill a little bit. All right, that's okay.
The more I sip this, the more peppery flavor I get in the finish.
Peppery? Oh,
I'm thinking I'm picking something like that. Too.
Yeah,
I can get some pepper on the nose. So, all right, well, let's go to Alex. Alex, what did you think about glass 6?
Again, flat on the nose. I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold. I just can't really smell tonight. I like this one. I would definitely buy it if it was like less than $30. It would be something I could probably drink every night. So just middle of the road. Wouldn't spend a lot of money on it, but I wouldn't shy away from it.
Okay, all right. And Don, what'd you think about glass 6?
So unfortunately, this is one that I spilled about half of as soon as we were getting started.
Oh no!
But no, I'm kind of in the same with you guys. Middle of the road for me. I said it reminded me of something my youth. I couldn't pin it down. I think it was Jay that said it reminded me of like sawdust. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's that young kind of wood smell that I'm picking up. But on the palate, it kind of reminded me of like a high rye whiskey. Like I was getting a little bit of earthy mintiness note to it. I didn't hate this one. It wasn't my favorite. But yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. And Will, how about you? Where'd glass 6 sit for you?
It's sat solidly in the middle. Aroma, cardamom pods, slightly licoricey almost. Flavor, sweet toffee, almonds, a little bit of mint at the end. Finished long. It was a long, mild with a little bit of sweetness. I definitely, of the series we've got here, I've got one that I love and one that I hate, and the remaining 4 I'm going to have a hard time putting into place.
So that's interesting. So I think I have a clear 1 and 2. I think I have a clear 5 and 6. But I think my number 3 is going to be battling here. So interesting. All right. Josh, how did you feel about glass 6?
Yeah, the smell was really dull for me, but I got just a lot of black licorice. That's really all I got.
Okay. All right. And Jackie, how about you?
I feel like I agree with everybody else. Got a lot of oaky, maybe like musty, funky smell. I got some of that pepper. And then after Josh said black licorice, I could kind of get that a little bit too. Didn't love it, didn't hate it, kind of just meh.
Just in the middle like everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I kind of feel like I know how this is going to go, but where's our thumb meter on this one?
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle for everybody. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right. Well, we have made it through all 6 samples. Now what I want to do is go ahead and go back the other way if you need to, do some side-by-sides if you need to. Let's talk this out. Let's talk this out. Let's find out where you guys are at and start narrowing down your rankings.
We're 1 and 3 against each other.
It's 3 right off the bat. It's 3.
I mean, to me, the middle of the pack is between 3 and 6.
Ooh, number 3 is way.
Different now?
I hate the bottle call, but I have a feeling I know what I'm
Number 3.
Number 3.
No.
Okay, time out. If any of you wants to guess some age or a bottle call, write them down next to them, and we'll have some fun
I'm gonna guess 4 years, 100 proof.
during the review.
Hold on. Will, Kevin, and I kind of have a little insight into the.
We all know. Well, but you don't know which ones. You don't know which of those 12 are in this flight. So,
I just call it out.
yeah, we all know it's 100 proof. But if you want to do an age guess,
That's the one I never liked anyhow.
Yeah.
or a bottle
Number
guess,
1.
write that down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think going back, I might like 3 better than 6.
I like 3 so far.
3's the best.
I'm not seeing
I think I'm gonna go 3.
Three's definitely not the best, at least for me.
I don't like 3 at all.
I have my order.
Man,
I like the smell of 3.
I just went back to the nose on 5. Just the nose on 5 is just spectacular.
4, is that the one that you can smell on? Yep,
I can't drink any more of this one. Number 5. My wife's watching, and she says I want to try that one.
There you go.
So far, nothing's changed.
3, I still just love the smell, but I don't like the flavor of it. Or the odd ones.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 3 smells so good.
I just got it.
I don't think any of my orders changed. And I just did 6. I'll do it again.
All right. So work on getting your rankings in.
Oh yeah, number 1 has a
Ooh.
Wait a
6,
minute.
that would.
Number 5 is. Okay, number 5 is my number 2.
Really trying to like 3, and I just can't.
Very peppery. Go back to it.
Wait, what I do?
So peppery.
Yeah, I got it.
I love pepper. I'm a pepper freak. Well, I like a lot of rice too. So
I like
the
rice.
spicy
Might be-
rice.
Might be a Ryan here.
pick up on your
I gave you a hint at the bottom of the live about what's in here, or at the top of the live.
Going back to 3.
3's my number 1.
Oh, that's so good.
It is.
Yeah.
No, I don't think my order's changed.
Yep, number 2's still out. Number 1, Commissioner Brooks.
Ooh.
All right. So let me know if you got your rankings in.
Try to take a drink. You make
Here we
it.
go.
I'm gonna hate 2.
I don't like 2 either.
I'm in.
So I'll let you guys know where I'm at. So starting with my number 1 first place to my last place, I'm at 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 1. That's my last or first place to last place. So all right, so we're gonna tally up all your scores, and you're just gonna give me your glass numbers from your first place favorite to your least favorite last place. Okay, so Josh, go ahead and give me your glass numbers.
I'm gonna finish.
4, 5, 2, 1, 6, 3.
Oh man.
And Don, you said you were ready. Go ahead and give me yours.
I got 5, 3, 4, 1, 6, 2.
All right, I got to keep track.
Okay.
Four.
Who else is ready?
I am.
Okay, Jackie, go ahead and give me yours.
4, 5, 1, 6, 3, 2.
That's it.
Okay. Who else? Alex, go ahead.
So I got 5, 3, 2,
3, 5, 6.
6, 1, 4.
Okay. And Will, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
So I am 3, 5, 1, 2, 6, 4.
3.
Okay. Kevin, you're good, right? Kevin,
I'm good.
okay, go
I
ahead
got-
and read yours.
I got 3, 5, 4, 1, 5, 6.
You said 5 twice.
Did I?
He
Okay.
liked it that much.
So 3, number 1. Number 5 is number 2.
Yep.
Number 4 is 3. Number
Yep.
1 is 4. Number 6 is 5. And number 2 is 6.
Okay, there we go. Gotcha. All right, Jay, are you good?
Yes, sir.
All right,
I
go
got-
ahead and read that.
3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 2, 1.
Okay. And Paul?
I have number 3.
I'm 3, 5, 6.
I have number 5. Number 1 is 3. Number 6 is 4. Number 4 is 5. And number 2 is 6.
Not a fan. I got a couple
Yep,
bottles.
got that. All right, Andy, go ahead and read me off yours.
I ranked them in order of 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 4.
All right. Okay, go ahead and finish your samples if you got them still. Talk amongst yourselves.
Welcome if you got 'em.
Yours, and let you know what won.
We're going to see if they're going to blend.
Ooh, there you go.
I ain't blended ones.
I'm thinking 3 is E.H. Taylor.
So these are all like,
Oh,
this is like barrel proof.
No, these are all 100.
E.H. Taylor small batch was our winner of the March Madness last year.
Yeah, that was.
Would you open those all?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if you got some bottle calls. Write them down when we do the reveal.
What do you have,
I
like?
don't have
Bottle
a
calls?
This is better for the board.
Try to mix them all. Let's see how it is.
See if they'll blend.
Of course they will.
The blend, just will it blend well or not?
Gross. You said that was number 3. That's my number.
That's pretty good.
Not blend well.
Ooh, Jackie didn't like it.
It kind of hit wrong. It was a little hot.
It was hot. Yeah, that had a burn to it.
So I think 5's going to
Sounds
win.
good. Put my number 3
It
on.
didn't help that I feel like I swallowed it wrong. So,
I want to know what number 3 is.
did you like it?
I liked it, but I also stuffed my mouth with a bunch of pretzels right before I took a swallow.
What are you gonna do?
I got the little oyster cracker stuff.
This is my whiskey club's doing. Try this great.
Yeah, but they're actually.
Yeah, we need to not do oyster crackers next time. Those things are addicting.
I know. Joe put them out for the charity event. I kept going back for more.
Yep.
Put Bud Light in there.
Corona Premier. Try this.
It's amazing what a difference the salted oyster crackers versus the unsalted makes. Because the unsalted literally are just a vacuum of flavor.
I will say I think these are unsalted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, number
What
3
the
I
hell
like
is
is
number
amazing.
It's like, I don't know.
I don't think I've had
Tastes good.
probably.
That's what I was thinking. That is I think there's maybe the Haven Hill one.
Do whatever we want.
I didn't want to.
I got a piece of that one.
That's good, dude.
It's not.
That's great, guy. You're like evergreen bottle of wine.
I think there's 3. Right, number 3.
Okay.
I'm curious, everybody have any guesses at these?
All right. So I got our scores. We actually had a tie, but the tie is for fourth place, so the tie does not matter. So we have a first, second, and third. We have a clear first, second, and third place.
Nice.
And then we have a tie for fourth place and then a last place. So does anybody have a guess of which glass won?
3.
I think last one's Ezra Brooks.
Well, no, like which glass won the flight?
Oh,
5.
3.
Do the
Three
three
or
to
5.
one.
I say
I'm gonna guess 3.
Yeah, 5.
I'm gonna guess 5.
5.
I said 3, but then I looked at mine. I was like, no, I have 5 at first.
Yeah. Yeah. So glass 5 won.
Oh.
Anybody have a guess for last place?
Number 1.
Glass.
Number 4.
I'm a glass 2.
2.
2.
1 or 4.
Glass 2. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna start in reverse order. We're gonna do the reveal. Before I reveal, we're gonna see if anybody had any bottle guesses. Now, unlike a normal virtual blind flight night, I do not actually have the bottles here with me. Those are in a secure, undisclosed location so that we can carry them forward to the finals for whichever one. So they are in a secure, non-disclosed location. But I do have the.
So how we move on?
They're on that chair right next to you.
Yeah, Kevin, if you just want to open that cabinet behind you there.
That's not where they're at. They're hidden. Okay, I've got my answer key. In last place, Glass 2 with 49 points. Glass 2 with 49 points in last place. Anybody got a bottle guess?
Evan Williams, Bottle and Bond.
Wrong.
Unfortunately. Dang it.
Wrong. Anybody else? Bottle guess?
Not on this one.
I have one on that.
So Glass 2 is Old Granddad Bonded.
Okay.
Granddad. So Old Granddad Bonded out of the competition, out of the running. First one out.
Yeah,
No.
it's good for probably good. Good
That's good information.
I'm taking
It's like a
Now,
Just
we have a tie.
all we
We
need.
have a tie for fourth place.
A tie for 4th.
All right, we have a tie for fourth place with 42 points. Glass 1 and Glass 6 are tied for 42 points. Looking at the key, this is gonna shock everyone, I think.
Oh, no.
So, glass number 1. Anybody have a bottle guess for glass number 1?
That's what I call Ezra Brooks.
Nope.
1792 Bottle and Bond.
Ooh,
Nope.
that's a-
1792 Bottle and Bond is close. You are in the right
That
family.
was a good call.
You are in the right family. It's close, but it's not it. Anybody else?
It's not a Bottle and Bond, it's a single barrel.
No.
No.
No, it's all of these are Bottle and Bond.
Oh,
So glass number 1 is Benchmark Bottle and Bond.
Okay.
Benchmark Bottle and Bond. So Benchmark Bottle and Bond is out of the competition. Now, the shocker, the big news, the crazy highlight of the night is what is next. What tied Benchmark Bottle and Bond and is also out of the competition is Henry McKenna 10-year Bottle and Bond.
What?
It's really my favorite. What the fuck?
But number was
I
that?
love Henry McKenna, and now
Oh.
you're telling me I can buy Benchmark for $40 less?
Henry McKenna 10-year is out of the competition.
Wow.
And with Benchmark Bottle and Bond. Now, let's remember, Henry McKenna is a single barrel product. So that particular barrel may not have met everybody's expectations. But it
Where
is
would you rank that?
10-year. How old? So I heard young oak on that one. How old was people thinking that Glass 6 was?
I didn't have a year. That
4
was
years.
one I wrote Minty on.
That's just a bad bottle, Henry kind
Well, that's the one I got nothing but oak.
I mean, at least
tobacco.
it isn't a banana bomb.
That was my number 3, so I wasn't pissed about it. It was like,
That's my number
Six.
4.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Number 3.
But I think that's going to be the upset of the competition right there.
I have a
blame the
bottle of
barrel.
Henry McKenna right here. I might taste it
Number-
side by
number
side.
3 is,
So
uh,
it's again, it's high. How is it
I-
getting?
So to kind of go off on a tangent here, at the beginning of last year, I went to a buddy's house and we did 4 different McKennas from the same year, but different pour dates, and they were vastly different. So I'm not surprised, but I am surprised.
Henry McKenna does vary greatly from barrel to barrel.
Yep.
So big news, shocker. Henry McKenna ties with Benchmark and is out of the competition.
Wow.
Okay. Moving on. In third place, our first Bottle and Bond bourbon moving on is glass number 3. Glass
Third?
no, I'm sorry. Glass number 4.
Okay.
Glass number 4 is our
I have a guess.
first bourbon moving on with 37 points. Any guesses?
I guess this one is Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
Wrong.
Ah,
Any other
Dickel.
guess?
Dickel.
What?
Dickel.
It doesn't have the Dickel taste.
Okay, so now we got Kevin saying it's George Dickel. You got Will saying it's not. The winner is ding ding ding. Kevin, the
let's go, Kevin.
glass number 4 is George Dickel, 13-year Bottle and Bond from fall of 2008.
That would explain why Will has it in last place.
That's true, though. Will did have that in last place.
Yep.
But it doesn't have the Dickel taste,
Yeah,
Will.
I agree.
You have a different kind of bad taste.
So fall 2008 is my favorite of the Blue Label 13-year Bottle and Bond from George Dickel. I think it's fantastic. I actually had it in second place. So there's a whiskey in here I liked more than it tonight.
I had it in third.
Our first Bottle and Bond moving on to the finals is George Dickel 13-year Bottle and Bond from fall 2008. So, all right. Now, in second place, our second Bottle and Bond moving on to the finals is glass number 3. Any bottle guesses on glass 3?
David
Yeah.
Number 3, the smell.
Wrong.
Evan Williams.
Wrong.
3's a Taylor.
Definitely a Taylor.
Wrong.
Really?
3 is not Taylor. 3 is much more accessible than Taylor. Much more accessible than Taylor. Glass 3, our second Bottle and Bond, moving on to the finals, is Ben Holiday Soft Red Wheat Bottle and Bond.
Okay.
Ben Holiday Soft Red Wheat Bottle and Bond, moving on to the finals.
I picked that one as my number 1.
There's
How many
one.
points was that?
just bought it right there.
How many
How many
points?
points?
23 points. 23 points.
Evan Williams. That's one of the ones I just bought. Just bring one.
Oh, here you go.
Okay. That brings
I think
us
there's one
to-
in there.
That brings us to glass 5 with
Hold on,
7
hold on, Joe. There, I can show that bottle.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go. That was our second place. That's our second place.
That's what.
Okay.
Hey, that was my contribution.
All right. Glass 5.
You know, you can-
17 points.
I mean, just make me live.
The winner, the clear,
First one.
hang on.
17.
The clear, hands down winner for round 1, glass 5 with 17 points. Any bottle guesses?
E.H. Taylor.
Taylor.
I'm just gonna get it.
What order was it?
Number 5.
Bottom number 5?
Yeah, maybe that was Haven Hill.
Is it a rye?
No, these are all bourbons. These are all bourbons.
I'll tell you what, that
Orange
comes
cream
like a
soup.
ride. I mean,
Ooh, that sounds like a rebel to me.
No, this is a bottle and bond.
Is that what you said?
Midwest.
Trash.
All right. In first place, Glass 5 with 17 points. Winner of round 1, moving on to be seated in our finals is Early Times Bottle and Bond.
There we go.
And it is a black cap from when Brown Foreman owned Early Times. Black Early Times Bottle and Bond is our winner of round 1.
hey, Joe, I found out some information about that Early Times. That
What?
they are still seeing trucks running from
No, about that.
whoever was the original maker of it. They're still seeing semi trucks rolling into to Sazerac now.
Yeah.
And having some of the older stuff still rebarreled. They said that it's not going to be in the new stuff until this year.
So that is true. When Sazerac bought Early Times, they bought all of the stocks, and they would not have moved all of those barrels. There's too many thousands of barrels. So
Right,
barrels
and I'm hearing that there's still semi trucks moving.
right, which
So
is
some of the
always
new caps are still the original stuff.
so they are, but you have different people blending the barrels for the batch. You have Sazerac employees blending the barrels for the batches instead of Brown Foreman. That is the difference. That's the difference.
Okay.
Yep. So the barrels are still the ones that Brown Foreman distilled, but you have Sazerac employees batching the barrels.
Okay. Well, I must have misunderstood everything then a little bit.
Yep. But that's the only difference. It's still the same stuff. It's just you have different people batching the barrels. So, any surprises for anybody tonight?
Yeah, I thought for sure that number 3 was E.H. Taylor, just because I can't stand it and everybody loves it.
The Henry McKenna was the biggest surprise for me.
That's the big shocker of the night. The Henry McKenna out in round 1. Wow.
I know it was Will's last place, but I'm so surprised he didn't hate the Dickel.
I mean,
Yep.
maybe that was the corn husks flavor, and it's just been so long since I had Dickel, I didn't know what that was.
I had nickel fourth.
Awesome. All right. So, as a recap, we have Early Times Bottle and Bond, George Dickel 13-year Bottle and Bond, and Ben Holiday Soft Red Wheat Bottle and Bond moving on to the finals from round 1. Knocked out from the competition was Benchmark Bonded, Old Granddad Bonded, and Henry McKenna Bottle and Bond 10-year knocked out of the competition. So awesome round, everybody. That was pretty fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. All right. So again, we have on the 16th, we have round 2 is going to be on the 16th. Ticket sales open on the 8th, right, Will?
Yep, at noon on the 8th.
Okay, so noon on the 8th, ticket sales open for that. Stay tuned. Pay attention to Discord. Pay attention to the Facebook group for more announcements of barrel picks and everything coming. New events that are coming. We have game night next Saturday. Jack Daniels barrel pick is open link for orders right now. And we got a lot of fun stuff lined up for the rest of the year. So pay attention to what's going on. Anything? Well, what about anything from Kevin, our brand new elected secretary? Anything from you, buddy?
No, I'm just trying to get my feet wet. So,
Awesome.
Just trying to dig in. Like I see the messages go through, and I'm like, whoa, I gotta start getting. Getting with the
frequent and often, and they start at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they don't stop until.
Oh yeah, yep.
There was that one day. It was like every minute. I'm like, "Ooh, I'll have to catch up on this." But yeah, I'll have to get with you guys to get on board and catch up.
Awesome. Sounds good. Will, anything from you?
No.
All right, Don.
Nope. Check out the newsletter. Stay tuned to Facebook and Discord, and be a good month, good year.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good point. Check the newsletter. If you didn't get the newsletter, check your email settings and make sure that is all good. Check your spam and all right. Well, this was a fun night. Thanks for participating, everybody. I hope everybody tunes in for round 2 and then eventually for naming our top bottle and bond whiskeys of 2024. So unless anybody has anything else, that's it for tonight. All right.
Cheers.
Everybody.
Thanks.
Cheers.